and welcome back to my channel for another weekly vlog. Today is Monday, July 26th, and ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a week. And do you know why? I'm alone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm alone. The only person in my house is me and Gracie, but you know, just me. My husband is actually in Oshkosh, Wisconsin at the big airplane AirVenture convention thing that happens every single summer because his father flies in it. And so every summer his parents go to Oshkosh. And when we can, we go to just for a couple of days for a weekend or something. But my father-in-law is actually flying in the air show tomorrow, Tuesday, and my husband wanted to see. So he actually took 2 days off of work and drove to Wisconsin yesterday, Sunday, and left me behind with the dog because we haven't found a boarder yet, and we have never boarded her. And we could have brought her to the hotel. The hotel was technically pet friendly, but Gracie girl does not do well with any noises when she's in a hotel or apartment setting. And I know this because we lived in a condo for the first couple of years of her life. And any sound, she thinks the entire building is hers. So any sound that happens outside the door and in the hallway causes her to bark and to growl and to bark some more. And so at a hotel, it's never a good thing. So with us in the room, it's not as bad because we can shush her, but I can't imagine the noise she would make if we were gone literally all day and just left her in the hotel room because we don't have a place to board her yet. So ultimately I was like, you know what? It's my scheduled batch week anyway. Why don't you just go, babe? We have not slept apart. I mean, we've slept in different bedrooms, but we have not slept in different places since the pandemic started. So we have not, and I mean, even before that, it's been quite some time, but like we have not been separated since, I don't even know how long. Since, I mean, before March 2019. We have been separated for more than a couple hours since March 2019. So I was like, you know what? I was happy to be like, I'll stay behind. It's fine. You go and have an amazing time with your father. You're going to want to spend more time with him than me anyway. Like, you won't have to worry about me. I won't have to worry about Gracie. Like, everybody is better off if I just stay behind this year. It's okay. We'll figure it out last year. It was really easy for us to go before because when we lived in Chicago, I would just pawn Gracie off on my parents for the weekend and not have to worry about it. She would hang out with Alice and everything would be fine. So it's just a little bit different now that we're living in Minnesota. But all that to say, your girl's alone for 2 days. I've been alone since about 1 o'clock yesterday. And let me tell you, I slept like a baby. I slept for 8 hours straight. It was amazing. And now I'm up. It's 9 o'clock now. I've been up. I've been enjoying some coffee. I've been enjoying some coffee from the Thrive Market unboxing that I'm going to show you. Actually, I'll show you that now. I'll go ahead and show you that now. So I placed my first Thrive Market order, which is an online marketplace, as you guys may or may not know. And they have like non-GMO, sustainable, like super high-end brands they sell there, and they have their own house brand, a Thrive Market brand, which is less expensive, but they boast, you pay the membership and then you get some pretty significant discounts on all the products. Anyway, I hemmed and hawed about getting this membership for like a year and a half, and then my sister got one and I basically had FOMO, so I decided to get one because I can always review the products. Like, it's not going to be worthless for me. It's not gonna be a waste of money for me to get my hands on Thrive Market products because I can tell you about them, you know? So I placed my first order and the order came in yesterday and there was coffee in it, which is why I wanted to unbox it. So here is my Thrive Market unboxing. All right, so the first thing I'm going to share in this vlog is a Thrive Market haul. Thrive Market is an online marketplace, not sponsored by the way, that has a bunch of like, I don't even know what their thing is. Natural, organic, it's membership only, brands that support, here we go. These products are from brands that support fair trade, ban GMOs, and prioritize sustainability. This box and its contents are 100% recyclable. Your membership sponsors a free one for a family, teacher, student, veteran, or first responder in need. That's really cool. So anyway, I caved and got this because I've been thinking about it for a very, very, very long time. And then my sister got one and I had FOMO. So I got one because I wanted to try the products that I could get for cheaper than you can in the stores. So I decided to buy it. They also have sales that go on randomly, and you get some opportunities for some pretty cool free gifts, which is awesome. So I wanted to share with you, like, the thing that put me over the edge and made me get the membership was I got 20% off of this order, right? And I got freebies, and these were my freebies that were available. It came as a set, and y'all know I love my Primal Kitchen. So they had Primal Kitchen olive oil, which is not cheap, and the Primal Kitchen ranch dressing. I'm gonna use that. This is perfect. This is wonderful. And I don't even know what the value is, like almost 20 bucks probably. And the membership for the whole year is 60. So that paid for a third of my membership, but I thought I would show you what I got. Let's start with, I ordered Wisps. These are cheese crisps, so like chips but made of cheese. I love cheese. Cheese is wonderful. I got the big one of Parmesan ones. Not too bad in terms of stats here. 1 ounce is 150 calories, 10 fat, 1 carb, and 13 protein. Like, stellar snack. So, of course, I had to try the barbecue ones. I've never tried the barbecue ones. This one, brilliant, has the stats for the entire bag. Gotta love that. And then I also got tangy ranch ones. These were one of the items that were on sale. Wisps were on sale. So I couldn't help myself because you know I love cheese. You know I love cheese. Then I got this Mediterranean sea salt. I have fine sea salt, but I needed some coarse, need is a strong word. I wanted some coarse ground sea salt. You can see all the granules there. Because you know I like salted sweets and things like that. And sometimes you just need to add a little bit extra. So like a couple of flakes of this on top or something. I don't know. Is that what you use this for? Because the fine ground that I have is too fine. It just dissolves. You don't even see the crumblies, you know? So now I have coarse ground sea salt. Let me know if you have experience with coarse ground sea salt. Is this still too coarse? Do I still need to grind it up or like beat it with a hammer or something? Maybe I'll beat it with a hammer. That's not a bad idea. Or is this the right consistency for what I want, which is to top things with it? I don't actually know now that I'm looking at the granule size. But anyway, this whole giant container was like $4, I think. Then I got dragon fruit chips, because why not? Doesn't that sound good? I got this. This is actually the reason I wanted to film this tonight, was because I wanted to put some of this in the coffee maker. For tomorrow, I got organic coffee. Viennese blend, dark roast, dark chocolate caramel, maraschino cherry notes. Sounds really good. I have heard that organic coffee tastes amazing. I don't know. Maybe it's a bunch of blown smoke, but I've heard it tastes good. And for a decent price, I think this was $7, I could try it. So I'm trying the organic coffee tonight while my husband is gone, so I don't have to use like a whole bunch of it. I just have to use enough for me instead of make a whole pot. And we'll see. We'll see if my life is forever changed in the morning with the organic coffee. Who knows? Then I got Pitos. Junk food made from peas. Yes, I said that. My sister suggested these. I don't know if she meant to suggest this particular flavor, but I grabbed flavors I knew I would like. 1 ounce, there are 4 servings in this bag, 130 calories, 4 grams of protein, 3 grams of fiber. Like, not at all bad. So I got like the Cheetos version of Pitos. And then I got the Funyun version of Pitos, the onion ring ones, 120 calories, again with 3 fiber and 4 protein. Yummy. Then I got Fit Joy. These were on sale, so they were, I mean, all of this was an impulse purchase, let's be honest. Fit Joy, garlic and basil grain-free pretzels. I love gluten-free pretzels. I don't know if grain-free and gluten-free mean the same thing. I don't know. These are certified gluten-free, so I grabbed them, but I love gluten-free pretzels, and garlic and basil just sound like, it sounded like a hoity-toity flavor to add to pretzels, which is delicious. And then the last thing I got was, I got myself some Pipcorn. This is a brand I've been wanting to try for a long time, and it's cheaper to buy it on Thrive Market than it is to buy it in the grocery store. So I saw this brand on Shark Tank, and I've wanted to try them ever since, and I just haven't. So that was my little Thrive Market haul. There's organic and natural and non-GMO, sustainable, whatever. I got a whole bunch of snacks and I'm really excited about it, bottom line. I will have a link for Thrive Market in the description box. If you use that link, you get 25% off of your first order and I get $25 to spend on my next order. So thank you in advance if you decide to use that. So that was my Thrive Market haul. I'm drinking the Thrive Market coffee as we speak. It is good. It is good. I would love some coffee recommendations from you guys because, and like, it's really not a big deal, but like, it's good. It's a good cup of coffee, but it's still not the dark Starbucks roast that I drank. But it is very nice, and it's just not, I don't know. When did I become such a coffee snob and can only drink dark roast Starbucks coffee? I don't know. But it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's a very good cup of coffee. It's not like, there are some coffees I taste and I'm like, ooh, this is too light. This is too flavored, even if it's not flavored, you know, like just sometimes the notes are weird and different. This is a good coffee. It's just not my normal Starbucks. And I don't know. Anyway, so the plan for this week, I'm husband free until tomorrow night. And depending on how late my husband leaves, I might be husband free till Wednesday morning because he's not going to drive 4.5 hours back if he is too tired to do so because safety first. So I have the house to myself, complete silence. I can be as loud as I want. I've been playing music. I've been playing like a jazz study playlist to get my day going without having to do headphones, without having to listen to office calls from his end of the house. All the things, which has just been really nice. I love my husband more than any human on the face of this planet, but it is very important for married couples to have some time apart. And with this whole work from home stuff, we haven't had that. So this is just nice. It's a nice little vacation from one another to do our own thing. So my plan for this week, it is still batch week. I would love to just be like, I'm doing whatever the crap I want for the next 2 days, and it doesn't matter. I would love to like go to the mall, go shopping, do some fun things like that, but it's batch week, so I'm actually doing work. I've been planning out the videos I have. I'm going to shoot some B-roll today. I'm going to film one of the videos today. I filmed another one of the videos yesterday after he left in the afternoon because I'm like, I'm bored. Might as well get some work done. So I'm trying to like get ahead of the game, and then once all my planning and stuff and B-roll and all that is done, then I'm free to do whatever the heck I want. Somewhere in between there I have to do a workout, and I want to go for a walk and do all the things. I'm feeling very ambitious, which is awesome. Last thing, before I get back to work, I wanted to give you a quick reverse diet update. Last week was hard. And the fact that I am feeling extra motivated today and inspired and good is shocking, let me tell you, because last week, and like today too, my scale is up the highest it has been. And it's freaking me out. But it's been freaking me out for like the last 3 days because it's been like a steady incline. And on top of that, your girl got some PMS. Like, whoa, my period's not supposed to be here till Wednesday. So now, Monday, it's completely legit for me to get PMS symptoms. Back last Thursday, not as legit. But like I was grumpy, I was fluffy, and I had this very same freak out the exact same time in my cycle last month. I went back and looked to make sure like I knew when the last time I was freaking out at my coach was. It was the exact same time. It was 4 days before my period was due, and the last freak out was like 5 days before my period was due, and I was like, oh look, there's a trend. There's a trend that's really not cool, is me not feeling great about myself and freaking out about the reverse diet at the same time every month. But it's good to know because that means I can be prepared for it mentally. So there's that. And then, but this morning, the scale is still up higher, but I might have had a slightly heavier day yesterday just because it was what it was. Leftover food from eating out and all that jazz. I ate a cookie, like a big cookie, not like, oh, I ate an Oreo. No, like a big freaking cookie. And so I earned it. I earned the spike in the scale this morning and the spike in the scale yesterday, and PMS is happening and all the things. So I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. But today I'm not freaking out about it as much, which is really interesting to me because if anything, my hormones should be more heightened and I'd be freaking out about it more. But I woke up this morning feeling very inspired and motivated. So all that to say, my coach did not increase my calories this week because she knew I was freaking out about it. And we have gone the entire reverse diet. I think I'm on week 10 without not increasing a single time. This is my first week we have held in 10 weeks. So it's good. That's very, very good. So I'm at 2155 still, 2155, that sounds right. And I'm just going to make sure today that I am making really solid nutritional choices because I have not been the last 2 days. And so my carbs are coming from mostly healthy sources, which might mean I go to the grocery store later because I don't know what I'm going to make myself for dinner these next 2 nights. I haven't decided yet. Part of me wants to just go get sushi because I love sushi. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You'll come on the adventure with me, but that's the reverse diet update. Measurements are up, weight is up, but Aunt Flo is around the corner. She's gonna come knocking, and my calories are staying the same for the first time since we started. That's the update. We'll see how things trend as the week goes on. As I'm about to embark on doing my August tending list stuff, here it is, the August tending list. I decided that it would be a good idea to go ahead and update you on my July tending list. Schedule sleep study. So I went to the doctor, I have the order, and it is the 26th, which means I do still have a couple of days to get this done and actually schedule it, or I'm going to try to schedule it, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to do that probably today. But for sure this week, get that done. This is done, this is done, this is done. Feel more inspired. I mean, you can kind of say that is done, I guess. This is done, this is done. The only thing that I haven't done, I haven't touched the design a masterclass or a challenge, but that's not entirely true because while I haven't designed it, I've been brainstorming about it, and I think the format that I want to do is I want to do a paid last 90 days challenge. I obviously can't call it last 90 days because I'm pretty sure that's a Hollis coined thing. I don't know. I'd actually have to look. But I think the time for me to launch some sort of challenge will be for the last 90 days. And that'll give me a couple months to work on the actual format of it and decide how I want to do that. And then I also came up with an idea for a masterclass, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So I've come up with the ideas. I have the ideas. I know what I want to do. I just haven't put anything together tangibly for it yet. So one could argue that while I didn't design it, I came up with it. Does that mean I designed it? I don't know. So I could, in fact, be done with that, which would mean that I am done. And I actually went through the refrigerator and did the fridge yesterday. So if I can pull off doing a little bit more decluttering and scheduling my sleep study, I can declare all of these things done. All of these things done, and it's the 26th. The weekly items I have not been so good at. Broadway soundtrack, easy peasy. Walking outside I did last week, but not the other two. I plan on doing one today. Peloton workouts, I did one last week, not two. And then lifting I have been doing. The every Tuesday module is the only thing I haven't been doing. And it's elective, so it's fine. And then here's the update on all of those. So all in all, I'm actually knocking this tending list out of the park. So I wanted to make sure I gave you that update before I go ahead and design my August one. Well, friends, I managed to achieve a first today. I got myself put in Instagram jail. For those of you who don't know, Instagram jail is when you do something that Instagram does not like, and therefore they ban you from doing certain actions or accessing your account for a period of time. Luckily, it appears I'm only in trouble for 24 hours, but I can't access my Instagram account. All I get is a notification saying, you did something bad, slap on the hand, and your stuff will be restored tomorrow. Cool. What was I doing? I was actually following the instructions of a 5-day productivity thing that I signed up for through Living Well, Spending Less, LWSL. I think it's called Ruth Sukup. Can't remember her name. Anyway, it was some free thing that I found. I like her stuff, so I don't do a lot with her stuff, but I like her stuff, so I signed up for it. And today, the goal was to clean up your phone because our phone is the #1 biggest distraction. So it was delete apps that you could delete that you're not losing or that are easily distractible to you, or if you can't delete them, go through and clean them up. Unfollow people on Facebook and mute people on Instagram. Well, I decided to take it a step further, and I started unfollowing people on Instagram, but I was using a third-party app because in that app that I'm connected to, it allows me to see people that unfollow me. It allows me to see accounts that I'm following that are not following me back and all of these things, so I can kind of just have a great overview of my Instagram account. Instagram does not like third-party apps, however, so you have to use them with discretion. I didn't realize, first of all, I didn't realize you could get in trouble for unfollowing people in quick succession. I got through like 300 and something unfollows. Like, I was real into it. And before I got in trouble. But even so, this app sends you to Instagram to do the actual following or unfollowing. So I didn't think there was really any problem with it. Well, lo and behold, I was wrong, which is fine. Do I need to be on Instagram right now? No, I don't. I really don't. Can I live? If I can't live until tomorrow afternoon, evening, what time is it? It's 4:15. If I can't live until 3:30 tomorrow without Instagram, what is wrong with my life, right? So like, this is forced Instagram free time. Forced Instagram free time. So if you sent me a DM sometime between Monday, July 26th at 3 p.m. and Tuesday, July 27th at 3 p.m., I'm sorry, I didn't get back to you sooner. Thank goodness for grocery stores that put nutrition labels on their in-house made things. Like when you go to the deli or whatever and you get like your pre-made poke bowl, right? Everything comes with a nutrition label, which makes me so happy, and it makes it so easy for me to track this. 490 calories, 36 grams of protein, happy day, it's dinner time. I thought I would give you a little update for the evening. It's 10:45 p.m. and I am getting myself ready for bed. I'm in the middle of like the home reset, like getting the rooms all nice and cleaned up. Not that there was much of a mess to begin with, but making sure the kitchen counters are clean, and I pick up all of Gracie's toys every night because she brings out 5, 6, 7 toys every single day. She's crazy. And so she leaves them strewn all over the floor because she's a dog. She doesn't know how to put her toys away. Don't think I haven't tried to teach her that trick. I need to learn how to do that. I would like to learn how to do that, but also can't decide if it's going to cause me more frustration than success. And it takes me like 30 seconds to pick up her toys and throw them back in the bin. So, but I'm doing my nighttime reset, and I'll be going to bed, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning. I want to tell you what I did this evening. I had my poke bowl for dinner. I got a lot of steps in place. I did not work out today. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't, and I'm not trying to use that as an excuse. I know that Aunt Flo is around the corner. She's coming knocking, and so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna push it because I don't want. It's not worth doing. So I decided not to, but I went for a walk today, which was very successful. And while I was doing what I spent a lot of my evening doing, I did film a video today. I did all of my planning for the videos I need to film tomorrow. I did my tending list for August. I took some B-roll photographs for things that I need to like pop into the videos that I have to film tomorrow, and I showered and blow dried my hair. You can't really tell because it's up in a ponytail. I have to run a straightener through it tomorrow, but I decided that since I will likely not be working out tomorrow either, I'm going to get up and I'm going to film first thing in the morning and just get it over with while my brain is fresh. While I'm going to enjoy my coffee and do my morning routine, but when my brain is fresh, I'm going to just go and get the talking done, because even in today's video, which was a planner video, girl couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. And this is the primary flaw, the secondary flaw. The primary flaw of having batch week occur during my luteal phase is that my brainstorming is awful. I fixed that this month, and I brainstormed early. I brainstormed at the beginning of the month during my follicular phase when you are the most brainstorm savvy, and that worked. And so I knew, at least down to titles, and like for some things I had a list and everything. I'm doing a favorites video, a couple other things. I had most of my stuff plotted out, and for the 1 or 2 videos I didn't have plotted out, or I don't have to like I knew I was filming this planner video. I don't pre-plan those. I just go, oh, I have to film this walkthrough video. Easy peasy. But the one video that I didn't have already pre-planned, I at least had the title for, so I knew exactly what I had to come up with. And it made it so much easier, so much so that I filmed one of the videos yesterday and I filmed another one of them today. So I'm already 2 videos in and it's not even filming day yet, which feels great. But the secondary issue with having batch week fall during your luteal phase is I can't get words out. My brain is broken. And that, like, it's the hormonal mush, because like I'm right on that. I can almost not, like, not call it luteal phase anymore. Like I'm almost right. I'm right there. I'm right at the cusp. And so it's just PMS brain. And don't tell me that PMS brain isn't real. Every month I'm noticing this. The more in tune with my body I am getting, the more I am seeing all of the trends with where I'm at in my cycle. And it is fascinating. But one of the trends that I've known for a while, on and off, like a long while, but like consistently, I have parts of the month where I am sharp as a tack. And right before my period starts and during my period, I have this fog over my brain. No matter, like I can't clear it. And it's not a big deal. It doesn't bother me too much when I'm like stumbling over words in conversation with my husband. That doesn't really matter. He just laughs at me and it's fine. But when you're trying to film, the amount of times I have had to repeat a sentence because I can't get the words out in the proper order or in a way that makes sense is awful. It's awful. I'm really hoping at some point my cycle shifts just enough where like I'm not in my luteal phase, especially the end of my luteal phase when the batch week rolls around. But for now, this is where I'm stuck and it's fine. We're making it work. All that to say, I am going to get up and I'm going to do my hair and get cute and do all the filming first thing in the morning so it's done. Happy day. And on that note, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good morning. Woof. Oof, I need to use my little ice roller thingy. I'm a little puffy today, but good morning, happy Tuesday. I am up and at 'em. My hair was straight. The humidity is not like making it easy for my hair to stay straight, but my hair was straight. I'm getting ready to film. I have just made my breakfast, which is the good old, I'm sucking it up even though I don't want it. I'm drinking it. Fab Four smoothie with peanut butter, PE Science protein powder, creatine fiber powder, acacia fiber powder, and flaxseed in it, broccoli sprouts, and frozen strawberries for some carb in there, and for some extra carb anyway. And I'm gonna eat that because, oh, the lighting changes are rough, aren't they? Because the scale is up again. But I'm not freaking out, and here's why. And I already talked to my coach about this morning. It's higher, freaking. But like I said last night, my period's a knockin', so who knows? And I took my measurements this morning just to be like, holy crap, what's going on? And my measurements have not changed. So even though my weight is going up, it's not fat, y'all. It's not fat, it's just literal mass from eating more carbs, from being hormonal, from water retention, who the heck knows? But it's not fat around the abdomen, and that's the important part when you're in a reverse diet. So I took my measurements and immediately the stress of it all dissipated, which felt really good. Not gonna lie, I'd be like, oh, actually it's okay. Nothing to worry about here, nothing to see here, no worries. So I am feeling pretty good today. I'm gonna get my filming done. I gotta go do my makeup. I gotta drink my Fab Four smoothie, and we're gonna have a great day. All right, I did it. I finished filming. Happy day. Here's the aftermath. It's actually not too bad. I cleaned up most of my aftermath. The office always looks a hot mess because I like just throw everything I need around and get it later. But I'm done. I still need, in order to meet the quota for the vlogist desired number of videos, which is 1 extra video a week, I still need 2 more. What would you guys like to see? What would you like to see next month in honor of Vlogust? Let me know because I still have 2 more videos I need to film, but for batch week purposes, all of my content is done and filmed, which means the rest of the week is spent editing and doing all of that jazz. I am doing something I have never done before. I am air frying my meat. I have never done that before. And I'm distracted because there's voices in my head. I'm watching the iTrackBites live stream right now. I just got off an iTrackBites ambassadors meeting, and that's after filming all day. It has been quite a busy day. My husband is on his way home. My grandparents went to the event today. They drove 3 hours to go watch my father-in-law fly, which I thought was so stinking cute of them. They have embraced my husband's family like they are their own, and it's just so sweet. So even though I wasn't there, my grandparents still went to go watch my father-in-law fly and hang out with my husband, which was amazing. So sorry, I have to, there we go. Jordan is talking in my ear and I can't focus on what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so it's 7:30 and I'm finally making dinner. I haven't been in the mood for dinner lately. Now he's talking out loud because I removed my headphones. And like lately, I haven't been in the mood for dinner today. I'm not actually hungry, but I know that if I don't make the healthy, nutritious thing that I had planned, I'm just gonna end up eating junk later, and we can't have that because the scale has been up every day for the last like 4 days, and I know it's hormone related, so I'm trying not to freak out about it, but I need to do what I can to fix it. So that is eat a good healthy meal. So I'm air frying because I didn't want to turn on the oven just to cook my one piece of fish. So I decided to Google whether or not I could air fry it, and we're gonna try it. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but we're gonna try it. All right, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. It looks really good. Happy Wednesday. My productivity today is awful. 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 Aunt Flo started her visit last night, and I feel blah. Like, I don't feel terrible. I woke up feeling nauseous, which wasn't fun, but like, I don't feel terrible. But I am not productive today. It is 2 p.m. and I have finished editing 2 videos. I did go for a walk. Before it got too hot. It's supposed to be almost 100 degrees today. It was thunderstorming when we woke up this morning, but the result of the thunderstorm was a temporary relief from the extreme temperatures. So while it was 75 degrees, after I finished my first video, I went outside and got a 20-minute walk in. But y'all, batch week is going to take me more than a week, I think. Ugh. Good morning and happy Thursday from the crazy-haired woman. I literally woke up like this, and I'm not mad about it. It's Thursday. I'm still dragging a little bit. This week has been batch week, and it has been a very highly unproductive batch week. And I have to be okay with that. I'm not feeling it. I'm not in the groove. Even though I'm feeling jazzed about content creation, the act of actually like editing and all that, like, it's hard, y'all. It's hard. I spent the first hour of my day uploading a video that I forgot to upload last night that was supposed to go live this morning. It's live now. It's fine. It's this past week's vlog. My vlogs are filmed a week out, so this week's vlog that I'm filming right now will go live next week. So I just I had to go and get all the links and do the thumbnail and like just stuff I didn't do yesterday because I was not feeling yesterday. I should have edited, I think, 6 or 7 videos yesterday, and I got through 3. So there's that. So I got a lot more work to do today. I am in workout clothes. Go me. And my intention is to go downstairs and use the elliptical for a little while. I'm still on a weight training ban for the week because I do not weight train while my period is here, because hormonally I have found that my body responds better when I do that. And it's proving to be true. My scale is slowly going back down. After almost a week of steady increases, my scale is finally going back down. Praise the good Lord in heaven, because I don't know if I could have emotionally handled it continuing. Like, I literally gained, you know what? Let me look, actually. I gained literally almost 3 pounds in a week, which is not what's supposed to happen when you're trying to maintain your weight. So thankfully, it's all going back down now. So it was all hormonal, but it's still hard. It's still hard to deal with, but we're on the up and up. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit more focused. I might take my Focus CBD oil today, and I'm realizing I didn't do that yesterday, which is probably a mistake because I can use all the help I can get. But like, I can feel the pent up energy, but it's not really energy because I'm still tired. So I don't know. I just don't know, y'all. I just don't know. Before I forget to tell y'all, because this is relevant to my tending list, tonight is my sleep study. Now, the way that things work here is I couldn't go and just like get the one where you sleep overnight at the hospital and they hook you up to all those machines. First, you have to do an in-home one. I did one of those a couple years ago and I slept for crap the night that I had it because sleep anxiety, but they're gonna make me do it again. And it's actually really cool because I don't even have to go and pick up the machine. They literally send it via courier the night you're supposed to get it. So it's gonna show up sometime between like 4 and 7. It's pre-programmed to start running at my bedtime, and I need to wear it for at least 6.5 hours. And so I told my husband yesterday, I was like, so we're sleeping in separate beds tomorrow night because I want to make sure I do everything under my power to actually fall asleep and get into a deep enough sleep where the sleep study is actually relevant and accurate. So I'm going to do all the things to try and make sure that I sleep well tonight. So it's going to be a night full of like my sleep supplements and some natural calm and all the things because I'm falling asleep tonight, dang it. But that means I get to check this off my tending list. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. First, apologies because the lighting is really weird today. Minnesota is having a weird air quality haze thing. So like, it's not like gray gloomy outside. It's like sepia toned gloomy outside. It's very weird, but it's affecting the lighting in the house too. Anyway, I digress. My Sweet Mint Handmade fall mystery box came in today. For those of you who don't know, Sweet Mint Handmade are pretty much the only coffee mugs you see in my my vlogs. I have a couple that are not Sweet Mint Handmade, but most of them, the Yorkie Mom one, the Body Pump one, the watercolor cross one. I have Easter ones, I have fall ones, I have Christmas ones. Most of my mugs are Sweet Mint Handmade. I love them. And every season, every fall, every winter, she launches a mystery box where you can get 3 mugs. You don't get to choose them, but they're from the new collection or from the fall collection or Christmas collection, whatever. And you get them at a discounted price, you know, and then you're supposed to like share on social and whatever and support the small business, which is exactly what I'm about to do. My box came and I love them all. Okay, so each mystery box comes with like a fancy one that's not just the traditional white, and mine is a glass one, and it says Fall, Sweet Fall. How picturesque is a cup of morning coffee going to look in this mug? Oh my gosh. And then these other two, stop it. Just a girl who loves fall. If that's not the most appropriate mug for me, I don't know what is, but wait. Give me all the pumpkins with adorable pink pumpkins. Come on. So these are my 3 new fall mugs. I also have, I think, 1 more fall mug from them. So that brings my total to 4. And you guys know I'm especially into seasonal living in the fall and winter months. So I'm very excited to add these to my seasonal living collection. My goal ultimately is to start being more of a seasonal living person. Let me talk about that in a second. First, I want to tell you why I love these mugs so much. First of all, whatever she does to them, like this is not like a sticker or a painting. I don't know what it is, but you can put these things in the dishwasher, no problem, no worries. Yeah, I don't know how she does it, but she does it well. But I love the white basic mugs that she uses. I love them. And I've seen a couple other companies that use these mugs too. But for me, grip on a coffee mug especially is very, very important because my hands are so weak. If I can't get a good grip on it, I risk dropping it. And these are big and sturdy and feel really, really good in the hand. I can hold them a couple of different ways, but that's why I keep going back to this company because she will customize mugs for me. And so like I have one that says all I need is Body Pump Coffee and Jesus or something like that. And she special ordered that one for me, and she'll special order whatever I need her to order if I want her to, which is amazing. But she uses mugs that I really like. So that's why I keep going back to them. I'm so excited. I will have all 3 of these linked down below for you. I have to show you guys because it's on my tending list. I'm doing the at-home sleep study tonight. You have to start with an at-home one before you graduate to one of the in-house ones. Hopefully this will be enough to determine whether or not I need treatment for anything, for sleep apnea specifically. But look, I did it. I got to the doctor and got this scheduled and I'm getting it done all in July. Take that, July goals. I am just feeling like little Susie homemaker today. I did put a dress on for no reason other than the fact I didn't want to wear pants, and then I proceeded to vacuum the entire house in my little dress. So I just kind of feel a little 1950s housewife today. And then, you guys, I took to, ooh, that light though. I took to Instagram yesterday because I decided I needed a butter dish, and my friend Jordan, what is her screen name now? She took a social media hiatus. She was keeping up Jordan. Now she's her healthy spoon on Instagram. She came back to my life, and I'm so glad that she's back in my life. Sent me this link, and it's perfect, and it was $18 on Amazon. Look at my butter dish. It's got a little lid, and it's got a little knife that just kind of stays there and doesn't get, you know, you're not putting it on the side of anything. So now I can stop putting my butter on random plates and stuff. And it actually, oh, this makes my little heart so happy. Like, happier than it probably should. Like, my butter has a place now. I'm so happy. Good morning. Happy Friday. So I had my sleep study last night. So, you know, I hooked myself up to all the things, put my little EKG things on. Not uncomfortable, not intrusive. It was fine. But naturally, your girl doesn't fall asleep until after 3:30 in the morning. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? And we're talking, I took all the steps. I took my magnesium. I took my trazodone. I took natural calm that had melatonin in it, and I took Benadryl. No, I dozed off once, and my husband came into the room to get something. He didn't sleep with me. He slept upstairs because we wanted to make sure I got the best sleep possible, right? Well, he jarred me awake that one time he came in, and I couldn't fall back asleep. And so I ended up, wow, that's really bright. I ended up tossing, turning, doing, oh, I'm trying to find better light there. Tossing, turning, and doing all the things. I got up to go to the bathroom. I drank water a couple of times. I eventually turned off my alarm, my sleep cycle alarm, and turned on a podcast called Sleep With Me, where this like guy with this lulling voice kind of talks nonsense to you, and just to give your brain something else to focus on. So I ended up listening to him for like, oh, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I listened to 2 episodes of him. I fell asleep finally at, 3:30 in the morning, sometime in the middle of the second episode. So then, turns out, I never reset an alarm. So I woke up at 9 on a weekday. I want to be mad about it, but I'm not mad about it because you need significant hours of sleep in order to be able to get a legitimate result of do you have problems or not. And even though I put the device on at like 11 something, I didn't fall asleep till 3:30. So even though I had it on for the at least 6.5 hour minimum, I wasn't sleeping for the first, 11:30, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. 4 hours, yeah. I wasn't sleeping for the first 4 hours of it. So I want to be mad that I slept in so late, but I'm not, because at least that means that I fell asleep for 3:30, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8:30. So at least 5 hours, and then I was probably half awake, 8:30 and 9 o'clock, Why am I like this, you guys? Why? Good Saturday afternoon, not morning. It is 2 p.m. from your favorite hot mess. This day, this week, y'all. Aunt Flo has left the building. I'm feeling a lot better. My weight, like all that worry, all that anxiety about, oh my gosh, the weight is going up. I feel fluffy. Body issues, gone, done. I'm down like 2 pounds. 2 pounds? And so like I still have a little bit left to deal with, but like whatever. Praise Jesus. The weight is going down and I feel so much better. I felt crummy yesterday, which is why I didn't vlog all that much, because I slept for crap the night before because of the sleep study. Last night we went to bed late. We went to bed at like 1. Which is fine. We were watching the Olympics. It was Friday night, whatever. We've had the Olympics on constantly. When my husband's not working, the Olympics are on our TV. So it has just been sports themed. And like, I'm okay with that, but I need a little bit more variety in my TV watching life, but he's loving it. So I'm letting him enjoy it. Like we're talking, I went upstairs this morning with my coffee to play a video game. I decided to start, this is going to bring out the nerd in me, Zelda Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch because I want to learn how to play like one of those long form games before the Harry Potter themed one comes out in 2022. And I tried Skyrim and I just didn't gel with it as much. And so I was like, you know what, maybe Zelda's prettier. Zelda's a little more fantastical. And instead of being in first person, it's in third person. I think that's what you call it. So I started that this morning and I came upstairs and he had one sport going on the TV upstairs and then he had his laptop on the table and had another sport going on his laptop. And so he's loving it. Like we're even talking, I'm like, what do you want to do tonight? Because it's date night. And he's like, well, I kind of just want to watch the Olympics. And I can't even be mad because the Olympics is like, while the Summer Olympics are every 4 years, right? And the Winter Olympics are every 4 years. They alternate every 2 years. Right? I have that right? So the next ones are going to be in 2022 because Tokyo was supposed to be in 2020. So it'll be Winter Olympics next year. Anyway, 2 weeks every 2 years, not a big deal. So I don't really know what we're doing today. Well, actually, I kind of know. I've been meal prepping today because, I don't know, the spirit moved me to wash all the produce and do all the chopping and all that. So that's what I started to do. And so I've got my husband's salads all prepped. I've got extra cucumbers and celery ready for me to mix into salad kits that I purchased for myself. I'm going to grill up a whole bunch of chicken that we can have for dinner and on our salads. And so it's going to be real good. As we speak, sorry, the lighting's terrible, but my arm needed a break. I have not done an official workout in like a week. And so my goal is to now go downstairs. I got an email from Peloton, well played Peloton, or a notification or something that said, you have one more day to make sure you don't lose your 3-week streak, which means you've worked out at least once every week. And lo and behold, I saw that notification and I was like, well, I guess I'm doing a Peloton workout today. So now that Aunt Flo has left and I slept in, I feel better. We're gonna go and we're gonna do some working out, which is gonna feel really good. And then my husband is actually at Best Buy right now buying a television for the bedroom because, and it's a very cute reason why, I did not in any way influence this choice. This was all him. And I know there's like mixed reviews on should you or shouldn't you have a television in the bedroom. We don't normally let it distract us from anything. We use it with intention. When we're folding laundry and things like that, it's an opportunity for us to like fold laundry as a couple and watch a TV show while we do it or something like that. Or the real reason he wants it is because the way our bodies work, the way our leisure preferences are, we don't have a good place to cuddle in this house with the current furniture that we have. When we are lounging down here, rarely do we sit on that couch because that couch isn't as comfortable as we would like it to be. I'm usually on this couch, which the TV is in front of me while I'm sitting on the side, right? And I keep my feet up like this, right? That's how I normally do it. And my husband's back bothers him so much, or I'm in my recliner. And my husband's back bothers him so much all the time that he usually lays on the floor. And I am uncomfortable laying on the floor all the time. So he and I are never in a position to cuddle with one another. It's better upstairs, but that of course requires us to mosey on upstairs and move all our stuff and whatever. So we don't always do that. So last night he was complaining that I was not available for cuddling. And I was like, babe, when we're watching TV, like, we don't cuddle. So what we've been doing is actually using the pull-out bed on like movie-themed weekends. We will pull out the pull-out bed on Friday night and we will use that to cuddle on while we watch TV. And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get us a TV for the bedroom because then we can cuddle in bed and watch TV and do what we want to do with watching television and actually be in a comfortable position for both of us to cuddle and be close to one another. So he's off getting us a big screen TV for the bedroom. We did, in our condo in Illinois, we did have a TV in the bedroom because it was much smaller. We had my office, it was just 2-bedroom condo and like the one living space, right? So we had this TV in the living room and then we had the TV that is upstairs in the loft in the bedroom because there were no other places to put a TV. So, and then when we decided to upgrade the TV, we moved the other TV to the bedroom, and I can't remember if wanting a TV in the bedroom is the reason we bought a new TV to begin with. I don't remember. But now that we have the 2 lounge spaces, we haven't had a TV in the bedroom since we've lived here. So anyway, all that to say, my husband is out buying a big screen TV right now because he wants to cuddle with me. I don't know if that's completely ridiculous or stupidly adorable, but I'll take it. He's like, do I have your permission to go buy a TV? I'm like, you can go do whatever you want, babe. You have my blessing. Go. So that's what's happening here. I'm gonna go downstairs. Gracie's hanging out. Here she is. Hi, babe. Hi, my babe. You don't know. You don't know, do ya? And that's gonna be Saturday.